Who dare disturb the great and powerful Ross? What are your demands? Silence! I have a quest for you in order for you to seek design truth. Bring me... Bring me an InDesign layout. It must include columns, photography, text straps, and don't forget, most of all, good kerning. Be gone!
Hey y'all, Ronny Ross here again, and we're back for InDesign Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. And I, Ronny Ross, love to boogaloo. So, what was, oh yeah, dang. You know, whenever you go to Oz, you always should carry a can of this flying monkey spray. Let me get that out of the screen. Yeah, flying monkey spray. I don't know where you can pick it up. Sometimes some convenience stores. Oz is full of convenience stores that has this, but it's hard to get still. You know, those flying monkeys, they come and get you all the time. And that witch, she's sending them out. She sends them out just to get a grocery sometimes, and they just like, you know, oh hey, is that a grocery? No, that's a dog. Oh, let's get the dog. Hey, oh, it's Toto. Hey Toto, how you doing? Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. So let's get started. We're gonna do some. So a little bit of work in InDesign. This is InDesign Part 2. We're going to create a simple magazine spread that kind of coincides, coexists, commingles, if you may. Commingles with a ludicrous cover that we just finished up in Part 1. So let's get started, folks. Now, in case you didn't see Part 1, or your brain's getting old and fuzzy like mine, you can see the fuzz is just leaking out of it. We're going to start from scratch. Excuse, old Ronny's got a little bit of a frog in his throat, read it. So, we're going to start from scratch, creating a new document. But first, the thing I need the most when I get into Photoshop, and I'm not even in Photoshop, I also needed in InDesign, is my Smarty Pants glasses. Oh boy, that sun is bright. Okay, so, we're going to create a new document in InDesign. We're going to File. We're going to go New, and we're going to create a new document. We're going to, again, change this. I like working in inches. I'm old school. We're going to create our facing pages. Single pages are like those, just square pages, one after another. We're going to do 5 pages because we're going to have a cover and 2 inside spreads. Now, remember, I like doing multiple columns. 6 or 8 columns is pretty good. It gives me a lot of flexibility in the design I can work with. I'm not going to be too worried about the margins. That's going to really depend on what you're designed to work with. Your design, or your printer, or your mom. She might even want it. I don't know. But let's create this. We're ready to go. Okay. We got all our columns and everything. We got our first page. It looks good. We can use this to start. So, oh, I'm clicking around and not saying what I'm doing. So, on the right here, we have our pages. And if you don't see them, you go under Window and go to Pages. And we got all our columns. We can turn those on and off. I'll show you how to do that again. We're going to click on this, these little things in the corners, these A's. Those are called master pages. That's super advanced stuff. We're going to cover that later in maybe Part 3 or Part, 4 or Part 78. I don't know. Depends on how deep we get into this. So yeah, let's go to this first page spread because we're going to keep it simple. Going to start simple, and then you build on top of these simple principles and concepts and tools, and you can go far, way far. So we're going to double click on the first spread, and we'll press the space bar to get our little wavy. Hey there, wavy hand. Hi there, hey there, wavy hand. We're going to move wavy hand over here. Move our spread in. There we go. All right, we got some nice columns here. We're going to take our text tool, the T over here. Now in InDesign, if you may remember, the text tool has a unique feature in that it works only with text. It's a little bit different than the other programs in that it doesn't do the stretchy caboodle. That's my favorite dance. So we're going to just do a text block there. And in InDesign, you sort of it's a very structured program. You use it to like build things. So it's really good to have sketches and strong ideas when you come inside here. Basically, you're just putting things together. And I have my sketch beside me. Oh, it ran away. I do not have my sketch beside me. I have my sketch in my brain, in my fuzzy brain. Okay, so we're going to do one big wide column on this side. And then we're going to do two regular size columns on this side. And we're going to stretch those all the way to the bottom. And we'll do another one next to that. There we go. And we're going to keep this empty for right now. Let's put a third one there. We might not keep that empty. And then we're going to click on this first one. And we can actually insert some gobbledygook text by, I think you hold the control key, and then you go to insert, where's insert gobbledygook? Insert placeholder text. There we go. Cool beans. I've been told that's an old man saying, but I am an old man. And then we want to make this text all linked up. And so we're going to add a whole bunch of gobbledygook text. Going to go double, just a regular return. No, maybe not a return. Return. Paste. 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 Now it's pasting way off the screen. And if you remember, we've got this little red X here that says, oh, there's more text hiding in the distance. So now we will take our pointer tool, click on our little red X, gives us our little link to go to the next column. Click on the column, go to the next column, click on the tool, go to the next column. We got it all filled up. And we still have more to go. We can delete. This is just dummy text, so we can delete that if we see fit. It's been a long day for Ronny. All right, so we got all our text. It looks all hunky-dory. But what we're going to do is we're going to add some paragraph styles to this text. So we need to find the old paragraph. Now, paragraph is cool. You could do, centered text. You could. Everyone always loves the justified text. I do not feel justified in saying to use justified text. I say flush left is the best. I use my left hand to draw with. I flush with my left hand, so flush left is the best. All right, we got our text all in here. That looks cool. Now, there's all these little things here, like 0 inches. These are indents, first line indent, right side indent, crazy bottom indent, space above, space below. There's all these little options here. Space below the paragraph is actually a great one. It allows you to add some great spacing without having to worry about doing double, like fancy returns and double returns. And then you can really control it in your design to like get things to fit just perfectly. So we're going to change that, let's see, 0.0 inches, 0.05 inches. That's not big enough. Let's do Let's do about 1/8 of an inch, 0.1 inches. Maybe 0.2 inches, 1/4 inch. Let's see how that. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Now we got a space, and then we're going to go back to our character, and we are going to adjust the leading, tighten it up a bit. 12 is probably pretty good. We're going to change the font to something that I like better. Let's see. I like the Laura font. Laura was my first girlfriend in high school. She's a sweet lady. I think that looks pretty good. It could be smaller. 12's too big. We're gonna go small. Go small or go home. I think that's the saying. Go smaller, go big, or go home. Just go home. Okay, I'll go home. Don't tell me to go home. I'm gonna scoot this down. Remember, I got a layout up in this head bone here. And we're going to scoot that down a little more. So we're going to have an introduction paragraph here. And we're just going to have some regular body text in these columns here. So we're going to select this column here. Maybe put some, make that bigger font, like 24. Ooh, too big. 18. 18 is pretty good. And then we're going to have to bump up the size here. And we'll just get rid of the stuff we don't need. Again, this is just to see, kind of play around with what the columns look like. what you could do with it. We're going to need to change the leading there a bit. I think I just burped. That pineapple for lunch. Too many daiquiris. Let's see, we're going to change that to 19, 20, 20, 20. I like when I'm using like these big, that's a little too much. Just eyeballing it. Okay, that looks good. Looks good. Okay. So we got a big intro column here. We got text columns here. We're going to throw a nice headline up here in a big, cool, fancy font. So we're going to take a new text block, and we're going to go here all the way across, and we're going to say, Ludacris again makes his home in the ATL. Yeah, that's good. I'll go up in there. Let's see if I've got any good. This is the oaks there. That looks good. Well, that didn't change. There we go. And then let's blow that way out of proportion. Maybe like 40. 50. There we go. Oh, it fell off the page. Now, if something disappears, that means, and it gets a little red X, that means it's just too big for the page. We're going to just do the old stretchy pants down. Hey, it's just gone. Okay, so we select the block, select all. We're just going to, I typed in 500. That's why. The Ludacris 500. Now to replace the Indianapolis 500. That's okay, that font, but I'm not 100% happy with it. It does fit in with the cover, but I think we're going to look at maybe a couple other fonts. And again, playing around in this program doesn't always work. Arial black, no, that's not nice. No, we're gonna stick with oaks. Oaks it is. Let's go in here. Let's check out this font. Maybe there's a different way to this font. More regular. Gonna go. Oh, it's only got regular. Okay, I can live with that. Again, I said this is just a tutorial. We're rooting and a tooting in the tutorial. Okay. Long day. Let's see. Looks good. Now remember, you can actually go into the different windows to look at turn this all those crazy things off. So there's the view. Go into view. Go to extras. Hide frame edges. That gets rid of the boxes around the text or photos. And then go to view, and hide the guides off. All right, hide the guides off. What type of language? What type of planet am I from where they say hide the guides off? Again, you see the red X there. That means the text went off the page. We're gonna blow this up and blow it up out there. There we go. That's kind of a cute layout. I like it. It's cute. Maybe we should have probably made that bottom a little bit more space on the bottom. They say that about me. I need a little more space on the bottom. All right, so we got a cool little picture. Now we're gonna do a cool photo of Ludacris in a unique shape going across both pages. We got a nasty widow over here. Wait, is that a widow? I think it is. I can't remember. There we go. We're just gonna fake it. We got another one over here, man. Okay, that worked. That worked. With real text, you'd be playing around with the columns, getting all the spacing just right. You can also control those in the it's in the paragraph styles. I had to take a break there for a second to kind of refresh the brain. Today is slow brain day. So what we do is we click on our text, and then we'll go to paragraph styles. Where are you, paragraph window? Styles. Paragraph styles are going to open that up. Hey, where'd it go? We're going to reopen that up. Styles. Paragraph styles. Sort of like Harry Styles. And bring that over here, and then we'll look at going to look at the style options. Now, inside the paragraph styles, you have a ton of options for really fine-tuning your text down to the nitty-gritty, like rules, borders, shading, keep options, turn options up, hyphenation, justifications, column spans, drop caps, nesting. It's like, this is for really advanced layouts. If you're doing a whole book, this really can control the text throughout the whole book, and you can have multiple styles on the master pages that actually allow you to have different layouts and different pages all throughout a document. It's great for putting books together. It's really a lifesaver and time saver for magazines. For most class projects, you wouldn't really need this so much. You can actually go in there and do the stuff on the page itself and kind of tweak things as you need them. So we're just going to cancel out of that. Okay, so we are canceled out of the paragraph styles. Let's just click that down. And one other thing I'd like to show you guys while we're in here is, if this was a funky bad, this is a very nice, very well crafted typeface. If this was a not so nice typeface, like didn't like to play well with others typeface, let's find one like that for us to, maybe California Gothic. Let's see what that does. That's actually a good typeface too. What's all these good typefaces on here for? Maybe this one. Ah, yes. If you notice in this typeface, if we zoom in, I don't even know if that's the right typeface. We'll go with it. You see how the kerning is, for the style of a magazine, this type of kerning is not appropriate. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're bad kerning. I think there's something that's like more appropriate kerning. Let's say you want to do a poster that looks old and like the kerning just wasn't, the same style as what's used now, or something that's like a little bit different. It would be appropriate to have this kerning that like kind of oldie-timey and didn't work. There's appropriate kerning, and for a magazine, we're going to want to do some tighter kerning. So on something like this, to do the kerning, you click your cursor in between the two letters. You hold the Option key with your little fingy, or your pointy fingy, and then you press the arrow key. Like I'm going to go this way. And you press the arrow key. You just tighten it up a bit. Whoa, a little too much. This might need a little. You could go kerning crazy if you really wanted to, but for simple headlines, this type of kerning works. But in that other typeface we had, the Oaks typeface, if we switch back to Oaks, where's Mr. Oaks? Mr. Oaks, where'd you go? It's in, oh no, now our kerning's too tight. Well, if the kerning's too tight, you just do the other. You go that away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, this isn't too bad up here, but we'll go back with the way the guy who made the typeface did it. Command 0 doesn't. Oh man, that made a Command Z. I made a crazy letter. Need to go to Window, View, zoom out. Zoom out a little bit more. Scoot some things around. There we go. We got our layout in place. It's looking pretty good. So the next thing I want to show, we're going to add a big picture of Ludacris up here in the layout, and we're going to put him inside of a cool, funky shape. So I'm going to take this. Oops, I got it, getting ahead of myself. Take it. This does, like all the programs, it's got the pen tool. We're going to take the pen tool. We're going to draw a cool, funky shape. All about the funky shapes. Why? Because Ronny Ross is a funky guy. And when you're funky, you like funky shapes. Oh, that's a kind of. So we got I don't like that funky shape. Let's do another funky shape. Funky shape part 2. Funky shape 2.0. So we want a little peanutty over here. We want like a blibbity blobbity blue shape with like 3 bumps on it. And we'll spin that around. And we can go and pull those corners in with the pointy tool. Adjust the vectors. Ooh, Dr. Vector. I don't know if you guys have met Dr. Vector. He is evil. Dr. Vector is evil. Dr. Vector and his pen tool. They are many a designer's nemesis until they learn how to battle Dr. Vector, and then you can become you can become the guy who is like, hey, Dr. Vector, you have nothing over me. Okay, so we got our shape there. Now, whoa, and our shape just disappeared because you can't see the outline. Let's go. Dang, where'd it go? There it is. All right. Now, when you're working with these tools, yeah, sometimes you might want to put an outline around it just so that just so you can see what you're doing. You're gonna throw a little green outline on there, and now turn it on and off. Yeah, I can see what I'm doing now. Okay, now we're gonna go to place. Hey, this place. Ooh, whose place? No, place it on the computer. And we gotta find some cool pictures. Dr. Vector, Ronny magazine. Okay, sorry for that time out there, but we had to find a better picture. And I found one in the break. You didn't see the break because we time traveled to the future. So we got our shape. Ah, not that shape. Okay, we got our shape selected. And now what we do is we take this green path and we just go to place, which is little command D. We'll do command D. Actually, it's just go to place, edit file, place. And then I got it on the desktop here. I put some other pictures of Ludicrous. Let's see how this one looks. Ooh, that's a way too big. What we're gonna do, we need to shrink that down. See this little button here? If you click on it, nope, that's the wrong button. If you double click on, double click on the image, I think. Design emergency! Design emergency! Gotta call someone in who knows what they're doing! And that's me! Let's shrink this down. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, it's just going way off the page. That's what it is. Yeah, look, the page. Make it Ronny laugh. The image is so big, it's going off the page. And you will see stuff like that happen sometimes. Again, that's one of the freaky features of InDesign. It's sometimes it hides what you're trying to do. It's good for what it does, but like I said, sometimes when you're designing and things are not quite what you expect. We can go a little smaller with him. That's a pretty good fit. Yeah, that looks cool. All right, we got Ludicrous inside a cool nutter butter shape. Looks like a little amoeba. Adios, amoebas. We'll save that joke for later. That's a dad joke. So we got our shape. Now one of the cool tools inside InDesign is the text wrap tool. And if we just go down here to text wrap, we click that button. Oops, the window popped up over here. Let's drag it back on the screen. We can have these little options. We're going to do text wrap around a shape. And there we go. And then we can control what sizes. We're going to do all sides of the shape. We're going to do the same as the clipping path, which means clipping path is the outside outline of the shape. And then we are going to add some spacing around it. Let's see. It's got the excuse me. It's got the default spacing. We're gonna do 0.1 inches, which is about 1/8 of an inch, and maybe let's do 0.2. 0.2 electric boogaloo. My favorite words today. And then we're gonna maybe slide him back up a bit, slide him over a bit. I'm kind of working on the layout as we go. Leave some breathing space at the top because you don't want to not be able to breathe when you're working in InDesign. We're going to kill off some of this paragraph here. We got some widows and things going on. Whoa, that's not right. Got some stuff going on here. Oh, bummer. Okay. Get rid of yikes. Get rid of that. That looks pretty good. Dang, why does it keep doing that? Okay, that worked. And then we could maybe drag this down so we kind of get rid of some of our weird leftover pieces. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're going to draw another cool shape behind him. Just to add some visual interest. This shape, we are not going to add a text wrap to it. We're just doing this for some color. We're going to make this the color of this yellow. Mellow yellow. Double click on there. Throw some yellowy yellow in there. Go to that yellow. There we go. And then we're going to click on that shape and we're going to go layout, object, arrange, send to the back. Ooh, neato mosquito. And it is mosquito season here in Georgia. During mosquito season, you try to stay covered. Indoors, possibly. Mosquito spray can be helpful, but some people it bothers. Don't use it if it bothers you. There's some good mosquito sprays, some bad mosquito sprays. Just try to avoid the mosquitoes because they're dangerous, blood-sucking creatures. Okay, hey, back to our man, Ludicrous. Whoa, dang nabbit-a-doo. Let's hit the return there, return. Like I said, you can play around with this quite a bit to make things work. That's pretty cool. Maybe drag that down a bit. Yeah, it got a nice clean layout here. Maybe Ludicrous, maybe this headline moves in a bit. I think that's breaking our rules about, let's go turn our columns on just to see. Go to view, view. Extras, no. Grids and guides, show guides. Yeah. We'll keep that out there. I think I would like to have that column shoulder on the outside if this was really my design, but I think for right now, we'll just scoot it in. No, we're going to leave that out there because we want to do one more thing. One more teeny weeny tiny thing. And that is to take and make just a little caption. We're going to do some captions. So I'm selecting some text just randomly. And I'm going to draw a nice little text box up here. That's a single column. And I'm going to throw the text I copied into there. I'm going to select all. And I am going to go to Laura. I'm going to go to italics. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Like 8 maybe. I like 8. 8's a nice number. Let's zoom in a little bit, see how that looks. We'll tighten up the spacing a little. Text tool, come back to me. We're gonna go 14, 13. There we go. And then I'm gonna zoom back out. And maybe we'll add like a little blobby over here, or we could even do another photo of him. Or we can put my face in there. Oh yeah. No, sorry, man. So let's turn these things back off and just see how things look. We'll go to view again, and we'll go to screen mode. No, actually these are important. You can turn these on and off. That will be in another show frame edges. No, that is view. Extras, hide frame edges, and then view. Guides and grids. Hide guides. All right. That's looking pretty good. And we are going to scoot this headline over. We could even make it bigger. And let me show you how to do that because it can be a little tricky. So we want this headline to be huge. And if we just stretch the box, you think, oh, but it doesn't. You think it would expand and it doesn't. So let's undo that. Let's undo that. And so what you need to do to make things stretch and scale in InDesign is always use the scaling tool. And then we're going to stretch this up. We're going to hold the shift key to keep it nice and proportional. There we go. That's looking good. Then we're going to go in and we're going to draw another like yellowy shape over here maybe. And we're going to take the eyedropper tool. We're going to grab that yellow and that didn't work. There we go. That's color theme tool. We're going to just take the regular eyedropper tool. There we go. And again, we're going to go to layout. We're going to object, arrange, send to back. So we got like a nice little layout going. Let's shrink it down so you can see what's going on. And let's even scoot this whole thing down just a little bit. Get some extra space at the top. There we go. You know, we could make this another color. Like maybe it'll look cool. I think the black isn't too bad, but you know, it could look good in a gray instead. Over there. How do we get gray? Let's just type in the number 0 tab 0 tab 0 tab. 50? No, 30. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that actually is pretty good. We could even we're gonna leave that the way it is, and you know, we could do an initial cap here. That could look kind of nice, but I just want to get you guys the idea of how to put this stuff together. You know, these columns should probably line up a little better, so let's just get these to tweak these around some. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one is up too high. Now we got some weirdness. This is the type of thing where the paragraph tools would be helpful, and the line break tools would be helpful too. But for right now, we are gonna leave this as is. Just so you get the idea of how to do a nice layout in InDesign. And there we have it. It's okay, you know, it'll do. It'll cut the mustard. This does kind of look like mustard on the page, but that's how you do a simple layout in design. Next, we're going to focus on more depth in working with typography and getting a little more complex with our layouts, and possibly even using character styles, paragraph styles, master pages. But for now, let's just stick with this, and let's get the basics down so that you can move forward with bigger and better things in life. This is Ronnie, and peace out.